was voted one of Baltimore's funniest young comedians, you guys, in 1984. But he's known as the retired comic. Please give a nice warm welcome to my actual friend, Lon Kieffer!
It's a long lead-in. I'm not used to that. How you doing? Yeah. I want you to know before I get started, my wife is here with me tonight, and I'm very protective. When we were walking in, I'm like, I don't know, babe. I don't know about this place. And then I came in, I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. Look at this place. This is amazing. Yeah. So can you guys see me well? Because if you can, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I look like an old cop. And a newborn infant, all at the same time. I got that perfect amount of body fat. People look at me and they're like, yeah, but the ladies are like, I don't know. That's the dimple. That's what's got you looking back again. Yeah, I think I look like this because my father was German and my mother was Don Rickles. And wouldn't you know, I come out looking like Hank from Breaking Bad. Yeah, thank you. There's only one meth user in the whole crowd. Oh, I am so happy to be here. I'm celebrating my 55th birthday. Thank you. Yep. It was 7 years ago. 7 years. I'm a 55 plus 7. 55 plus 7. I had to RSVP to an awards banquet the other day. They said, Mr. Kieffer, will you be bringing a +1? And I said, no, she's a +8. Why are you so uncomfortable with that? It's a simple math thing. She's a year older than me. Relax, people. We're here to have fun. My +8 wife is sexy. She is so sexy. She's amazing. And that's a good thing because, you know, I can use all the motivation I can get these days. You know what I'm saying? When I was a young man, I was nice with the ladies. I'm gonna tell you, I was nice with the ladies, but I could tell people what my intentions were, and then I could deliver. Sometimes twice. I could do encores, callbacks, originals. You flick your big. Yeah, I'm there for you. But now it's more like I'm a Boy Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and your booty. I'm gonna try so hard. Yeah, they taught us as Boy Scouts to always be prepared, you know, for a survival situation where you might just have to take care of yourself. So ladies, take care of yourself. Thank you, man. She dated a Boy Scout before, I believe. No, I mean, for me, nothing's changed mentally, but physically things have changed. I mean, sex for me is kind of like climate change is for you. Like, I think about it globally, I just rarely act locally. That's a very good joke. You might not have realized that. That's a good one there. I mean, if the best looking woman in here came up to me and said, I want to have sex with you, I'd be like, how's Tuesday look? Is Tuesday good for you? Because for women to enjoy sex, they need foreplay. For me, I need 4 days, I'm not gonna lie. I need some notice. And then once I'm on the clock, I gotta get started. Day 1, I gotta get to bed early, get about 10, 12 hours of sleep. Day 2, I wake up and hydrate all day long. It's a whole process. Day 3, carb loading. And on the 4th day, I wake up and meditate and medicate. Get my mind and body is one. Thank you. But a good time will be had by some at that point. And if it's with my wife, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need a 5th day. I mean, I already told you she's sexy, she's doing her part, but she knows what she's getting in the deal, so she's gonna make me barter for it, you know? Like, you know, she's gonna make me do yard work or something. Like, I gotta mow the grass before she's gonna let me plow the field, you know what I mean? Yeah, look at the lawn, look at the lawn. All right, enough about that. Enough about sex. I'm gonna need a few minutes before I can talk about sex again. But, yeah, you know, there's a whole wardrobe once you hit 50. Where's my baby boomers out here? I'm gonna try this one before I do the word. We got some baby boomers? Yeah, all right. How many of you grew up keeping batteries in your refrigerator? A couple of chuckles here. Yeah, we all grew up keeping batteries in our refrigerator because we were told they would last longer. The New York Times put out an article about 3 years ago saying that's not true. Baby boomers across the universe are furious about this. I had a remote control the other day that died on me and I needed batteries. And I went to the refrigerator and they weren't there because my kids had taken the batteries out of the refrigerator. Because they're not boomers, they don't have any sense, right? And since there weren't batteries there, I've got this useless remote. So I decided I'll put the remote in the refrigerator so I know where it is once I get batteries. And I forgot to get batteries, and my daughter came over to visit and found the remote in the refrigerator. And she made an appointment for me with a neurologist. And this damn neurologist was like a millennial. He didn't know nothing about batteries in your refrigerator. So he said to me, your kids are concerned about you because your remote was in your refrigerator in the butter drawer, to be exact. And I said, but I need batteries. And now they're trying to take my car keys from me. But they can't find them, they're in my sock drawer. Hear me out, it makes sense. They're in my sock drawer because I've got some really nice fuzzy slippers at home that don't require me to wear socks. Socks are a lot of work, right? I mean, you gotta pick them, you gotta put them on, you know, that's a lot of work. And I do not leave my house unless I have to. So the last thing I do before I leave my house is I go get socks and I grab my keys and I'm out the door, right? So that makes sense, right? My money, I used to keep it under my mattress, but now I put it in the freezer. Cold hard cash, I'm always thinking, right? And since I got space under the mattress, that's where I keep the batteries now. It's like when I'm worn down and want to get energized, I go to bed. So that's where batteries should be. I don't own a gun, but if I did, I think I'd keep it in the bathroom. Because if I ever have an unanticipated need for a gun, I think I would have an unanticipated need for a bathroom. Thank you for listening to that. That's new. I just thought of that on the way over here. I noticed they've got the unisex bathroom here. Are we fans of the unisex bathroom? Yeah. You know why people are clapping? It's mostly men because they know with a unisex bathroom, they got a better chance of getting a clean bathroom out of the experience. Like I always get behind a good looking woman like wearing sequins or something. Like I think of her as a cover girl and I think she's gonna go in there and, you know, like put down toilet paper, cover the seat and then clean it up when she's done and leave it better than she found it. Sometimes, though, those cover girls aren't cover girls at all. They turn out to be hover girls. And they're just in there with, like, half a squad. you know, like, just, I don't think you like that joke too much. Putting out fires in California. That one is new. I'll cross it out. Thank you. So I was talking about your wardrobe. You notice men over 50, the joke is that they wear New Balance tennis shoes, right? Where are you at out there? You wearing your New Balance? I'm here to tell you, I'm over 60. I've moved on already. I'm on to my Sketcher phase. You got some Skechers in the house? That's right. Nothing like support of a Sketcher. slip off variety. Yeah, I'm out already. Look at that. Look at that. No time. No problem. No unnecessary bendovers. I can do a bend over, but I just don't want to waste them, you know? I might need one in the future. I got my annual physical coming up. You know, and then when you're done, you just slip right in. You just go like, wham. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Out the door. Yeah, it doesn't stop there. I'm wearing Duluth underwear. With a 4-5 crotch. Yeah, I got the Hanes tagless t-shirt. It doesn't irritate my neck. Long in the back, the stay tucked variety. My pants are from Costco. Look at these things. They go. These pants, they go where I go, man. I tell you what, things are just. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna wait for my pre-dawn yoga to out the door and about my business. $9 curtains. You ladies, you got your Lululemons? These are Costco kumquats. How you doing, sir? Yeah. Oh man, I'm having so much fun up here. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I mean, yeah, you all think it's about us up here. I mean, we were coming because we're getting paid, but it would suck if it was just us. So thanks for being here. So I mentioned my wife a little bit earlier. You want to hear a little bit about that story? Yeah. So I was a single dad for 20 years. Nothing. That gets nothing. I was a single dad for 20 years. When I went through a divorce, I wanted my kids. I wanted that responsibility. I wanted that relationship. I made breakfast for them in the morning, got them off to school, went to their parent-teacher meetings, went to their after-school stuff, coached their teams, made their dinner, read to them at night, all that stuff. It was hard work. If I'd known that, I would have just gladly paid the child support. Sometimes you watch what you wish for. Because for 20 years I stayed single because the kids and I were doing great. I wouldn't get married unless I met the perfect woman. I mean, I had choices. You know I did. I mean, look at me. But I didn't want to marry a woman in my age group because, she'd have her own kids or maybe her own house. We got to make hard decisions like sharing bedrooms, switching schools, which house we're going to live in. No, I stayed single the whole way. But I finally got married a perfect woman. Thank you. Not the right one, I got to tell you. I see you're a little uncomfortable. The reason she's not the right one is because she is perfect. Can you applaud at that? See, you think you want perfection in life until you get it, and then you realize what you wanted, a little bit of dysfunction, a little plausible deniability in the relationship. I know if things aren't going to go well here, it's going to be completely my fault. I got to go in front of a judge, and I'm like, look, man, I know it's my fault, but I got a brand new pack of Duluth in there. Can I keep them? Like, that's all I deserve in this relationship. And the thing that bothered me the most is that right after we got married, I found out that I was not the perfect man. We dated for like 10 years, no problems. But as soon as I wifed her up, she started having opinions. Like, she let me know right away when we got back from the honeymoon that apparently I do not respect the dish towel. Anybody follow what I'm saying? As a single dad taking care of my kids, I always had a dish towel on my shoulder for anything, yes, whether it was discipline, whether it was wipe the sweat off of my brow. I'd use my dish towel to clean up spilled spaghetti sauce on the counter. Sometimes I use it to wipe down my boat. And put it right back on the arm of the oven where it belongs. My wife said to me, a dish towel is only to be used to dry things that have been properly washed. Ladies, do you agree with that? Yes. All right. Happy wife, happy life. I'll try and comply. For a little while, we tried a his and hers. Approach to the dish towel. Mine looked like a crime scene. Hers looked like a display rack at Kohl's. Never been touched. But I did have some questions, some towel-related questions for the rest of the household. Like, what am I supposed to do with the towels in the master bathroom? They're stacked up 3 layers deep, nice and neat. I'm not allowed to touch them at all. What are they? They're there for, like, in case we're going to sell the house, we got somebody coming over to take pictures. I think she expects me to use the moldy towel on the hook behind the door after I take a shower. So as soon as I'm done with the shower now, I'm a little defiant. I go right to the dish towel. Yeah. Yeah, you're groaning at this, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I love my wife, following her rules. Had to be a little defiant though because she had her eyes on the thermostat. Gentlemen, if you cede control of your thermostat to a postmenopausal woman, you are in for some stormy weather, I'm telling you. some drop in barometric pressure out of nowhere, rise in temperature, hail in the living room. And then once they have air superiority, the whole house is up for grabs. Furniture started moving right after she moved in. I got a recliner. I don't even know where it is anymore. Oh my God, I put down my foot. I said, if you don't, bring my recliner back, there'll be no more intimacy in this household. How long do you think it took? I'll let you know. No, really, after about 10 days, she brought a lazy boy into the house. Yeah. His name's Chad. He sleeps on the couch. She loves it when we're home watching TV at night, just the two of us all lovey-dovey. You know, I'm a younger man than her. We've already covered that. And I think that she needed a younger man, or like a puppy or something, that she could take care of. Because she'll say to me things like, "Did you brush your teeth today?" Oh, God, leave me alone. She just follows me around, plucking hairs from my ears, poking holes in my dreams. But when we're watching TV at night, she loves it. If I get up to leave the living room, she says, "Where you going? What you doing?" Oh, God, leave me alone. If I come back to the living room from anywhere in the vicinity of the bathroom, she goes, "Good boy. Boy." And she says, "Did you wash your hands?" Like, I don't work here. I love that sign. I love that sign. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I have nightmares of her following me around with a Wonder Bread bag on her hands. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? You don't know what I'm saying? Sure. Clean up after your animal? Come on now. Alright, I'll move on to other things. This is an amazing venue, amazing dinner like this. I'm not gonna lie, I don't come from these roots. This is not the kind of experience that I would have. I didn't even get to go places when I was a kid. We didn't get to go to the beach or anything like that. A vacation for us was when we would get in the car and drive for 3 or 4 hours to meet our cousins on the side of the road, halfway between our houses, on like the Ohio or Pennsylvania Turnpike, in a Howard Johnson's hotel with an indoor-outdoor pool. Anybody else have that same vacation? Yeah, whenever I'd show up, I'd always be car sick because I didn't travel well. My crazy Uncle Ted would say something like, "I know what that boy needs to calm his stomach. He needs some blackberry brandy." 10 minutes later, I'm throwing up blackberry brandy all over my crazy Uncle Ted. Did I get my light? Okay, good. I saw you up there. So we're going to keep with these jokes, okay? Because this is a very refined thing here, and I don't want to get in trouble, like on these trips. Like, so I'd throw up on my crazy Uncle Ted the blackberry brandy, but it did calm my stomach down after a little while. I was like 9 years old before I could handle my blackberry brandy. Did everything with alcohol when we were growing up. I mean, everything was alcohol. It was unbelievable. Like I found this out when I was raising my kids alone. My mother said when my daughter was teething, here's what you do. You take a washcloth and you dip it in brandy or rum, and then you rub it on their gums, and you wait 10 to 15 years, and your child will be an alcoholic. Cough medicine for us was honey, whiskey, lemon rinds in the honey jar. Remember this? Yeah, it had a lid of tin foil, and it was held on by a rubber band off of a broccoli bunch. The dose was 1 spoonful, so when you get a tickle in your throat, Mom would get it out and get like a ladle. Stir it up, jam it down your throat. Yeah, that was a cough medicine for kids. And these vacations, we'd be lucky if there was a playground, right? Playgrounds when I was a kid, man, they were treacherous. They'd go out to a grassy knoll where kids would like to play, tear it up, put down asphalt, and a bunch of military equipment for us to play on. It was like a survival test, you know. We're out there and our slides were ladders straight up and with like a vertical drop down to the ground, made of stainless steel. What was waiting for us at the bottom of those slides was broken glass and poison ivy. You know what I'm saying? See these playgrounds now, though, they're unbelievable. They got rubberized, pelletized mulch everywhere. They got foam on all horizontal surfaces. They got grandparents at every change in elevation. Crazy. Awning over the whole thing for UV protection. Unbelievable. You know what they used? Parents were always there with those kids too, rubbing a white peanut butter consistency SPF 2000, so Precious's shoulders don't turn red. You know what they used for UV protection when I was a kid? Baby oil, thank you. You know why they used the baby oil? It's so we wouldn't stick to the slides. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I was going to leave you on that, but I'm not sure that I should now. That wasn't that big a laugh. But I'm going to bring Chica up here in a minute. But before I do, I want you to know that I'm very proud of myself. It has now been 6 months since I had a cigarette. Now I'm not a smoker. I never have been. But I'm damn proud of that accomplishment. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you.
You were like, I really wish I was looking at that crooked ruler right now. I get it.